Hi everyone, Alexandre Belmar back with you for a new Canadialog podcast. Hope you're doing well. This week we'll cover a topic that may interest a lot of you. We'll talk about a free email client called Mozilla Thunderbird that it is fully compatible with NVDA or JAWS. However, we'll focus most part of the time on NVDA, knowing that if you want to use it with JAWS, you may buy a script to improve the accessibility of it and functionalities. However, with NVDA, you'll be fine by using the Mozilla Apps Enhancement add-on. I'll show you how to install Thunderbird, how to optimize it for the accessibility, how you can add an email account into it. We'll use a Gmail account for this part. I'll show you how you can read, write, reply, or transfer emails. And I'll also show you how to reorder columns using the NVDA add-on. Enjoy! Today in this podcast, let's talk about emails. Since a while, a lot of users are having difficulties finding an accessible email clients. Some exist, but some are not especially known. Like it's the case for Thunderbird. A lot of users are relying on Microsoft Outlook. However, this is not a free solution. You need to pay for an Office subscription or for a permanent license of Microsoft Office. But today, I'd like to focus on Thunderbird, which is a free email client provided by the Mozilla Foundation. And this one is pretty accessible, especially if you're using NVDA. We'll also try to use Thunderbird with JAWS, but the native script provided by Freedom Scientific. We'll talk about NVDA and we'll use the add-on which is called Mozilla Apps Enhancement, which is a free add-on you can install into NVDA. I will install with you Mozilla Thunderbird, and I will also show you how it is possible to install and configure the add-on, as well as how to get help on available shortcuts. We'll configure a Gmail account in Thunderbird. Why? Because this is one of the most popular type of account you may use. For sure, if you're using your email address from your ISP, your internet service provider, well, you'll also be able to configure this address as well in Thunderbird. As long as you have the IMAP or POP3 access, Thunderbird support both. However, natively, Thunderbird does not support Exchange server. So if you need to be able to configure an Exchange server, maybe I'll suggest you to grab Outlook. I know that Mail for Windows 10, the native Mail apps also seems to support that, and some additional Thunderbird add-on seems to be available for Exchange, but I did not test them. But many other possibilities exist. Anyway, if you need to connect to an Exchange server, well, it probably means that you're working in an enterprise and you'll probably have an access to Outlook. However, note that Thunderbird can be used with a Hotmail account without any issues at this time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and process with the Thunderbird installation. I am now running NVDA 2019.3 that was just released before the recording of this podcast. We'll cover a JAWS topic a bit later on after the initial setup of Thunderbird. Before anything, let me find out the Mozilla Apps Enhancement add-on. So we'll install it first. So after that, we'll be ready to use Thunderbird. So I am in my Windows Explorer. I have previously downloaded necessary files. For sure, don't worry. They'll be available in the podcast documentation. So let me open
Thunderbird list item focus.
My Thunderbird folder.
Thunderbird. Items view list. Mozilla 1.mvda add-on not selected 1 of 3.
There we go. Here's the
Space. Selected.
Mozilla add-on for NVDA. So let me press enter on it.
Add-on installation dialog. Are you sure you want to install this add-on? Only install add-ons from trusted sources. Add-on, Mozilla Apps Enhancements 1, About add-on, button Alt plus A.
Okay, yes, I am sure.
About add-on.
Let me press Tab.
Yes button Alt.
Let me click yes.
Installing restart NVDA dialog changes were made to add-ons. Yes button.
Let me click yes in order
installing
to restart NVDA. Okay, perfect. Shutting down, then reloading.
Loading NVDA. Thunderbird window.
We're ready. Just before installing Thunderbird, let me show you how to get help on the Mozilla Apps Enhancement. So in order to do so, let me access the NVDA menu by pressing NVDA key, which is normally the insert key or the caps lock key, plus the letter N as in NVDA.
NVDA menu.
Let me go down.
Preferences submenu P.
No.
Tools submenu T.
Let me go into the Tools menu.
View log V.
Perfect. Let me go up.
Reload plugins R. Run com register. Create port. Manage add-ons.
Manage add-ons. This is what I'm looking for.
Add-ons manager dialog. Installed add-ons list. Mozilla Apps Enhancements. Status. Enabled.
Okay. So if I press tab there.
About add-on. Button Alt plus A.
Then we have a couple of options.
Add-on help button Alt plus H.
And here's the option I am looking for, add-on help. By the way, if the add-on was not previously selected, make sure to select the right add-on by using up or down arrow. Here I have only one add-on and that's the one. So that's why it was automatically selected. So let me click add-on help.
Mozilla Apps Enhancements 1.5 Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Apps Enhancements 1.5. Heading level 1 Mozilla Apps.
Okay, so this help page will open in your default browser. In my case, this is Firefox. So let me go at the top of the page and we'll browse it together.
Heading level 1 Mozilla Apps Enhancements. Add-on that provides accessibility features for Mozilla applications. Heading level 2 Firefox.
So here are some commands for Firefox. Yes, because these add-ons also provide some interesting features for the Firefox web browser. If you're using it as me, well, don't hesitate to have a look to the available shortcuts you may find out, so they can be very helpful for you. All right, let's move on to the Thunderbird section. In order to do so, let me press number 2 to go to the next heading level 2.
Thunderbird heading level 2.
If I go down,
list with 3 items bullet in a message window. List with 4 items white bullet Control plus Shift plus 1-4 reads the sender and recipients of the message. If pressed twice quickly, opens the options menu.
Okay, so if you want to quickly be aware of who sent the message, the date, things like this, you'll be able to consult different field by pressing Control Shift and 1-4.
White bullet Control plus Shift plus 5 reads the subject of the message.
Okay, Control Shift 5 for the subject.
White bullet Control plus Shift plus X reads date of the message.
Okay, yeah, okay, the date it is Control Shift 6. Yeah, 1-4. Why? Because you may receive an email with multiple recipients. So this is it.
White bullet Control plus Shift plus A brings the focus to the list of attachments, if any. These scripts are also available in the list of messages if you activate the preview pane.
Okay, that's great.
Out of list bullet. List with out of list bullet in the bar of fast filtering. List with 1 items white bullet. Press down arrow to display more options. Enter to check / uncheck the selected option. Out of list bullet in messages list. List with 3 items white bullet. If the preview pane is active, press NVDA plus down arrow, desktop, or NVDA plus A, laptop, to read the message without leaving the list.
I am personally removing this pane, because you'll see later on that emails will be marked as read instantly when they'll be displayed. So personally, I found this annoying. So I am just removing the how do you call this?
Out of list bullet. List with out of list bullet in messages list. List with 3 items white bullet if the preview pane is
the preview pane. So I am removing this one.
White bullet Control plus NVDA plus 19 moves between columns.
Okay, so this is not moving the focus, but Control NVDA 1 through 9 will give you what it is written in each column of your folder or inbox, send item, etc. So let's say you quickly want to read out the date of an email you've just received, then you can press the corresponding key depending which column are displayed or not. Let me go down.
White bullet NVDA plus H displays a dialog in which you can change the order of the columns in the message list.
One of my favorite keep it in mind, NVDA plus H, allowing to reorganize column orders and select which column needs to be displayed or not. So in fact, Thunderbird by default, compared to other email client, will show the subject before the sender of the email. So personally, I prefer to hear the name of the sender before hearing the subject. And same thing for the status. Let's see if the email was read or not, etc. So I will take a moment later on when Thunderbird will be fully functional to show you how you can reorganize columns.
Out of list keystrokes can be customized in preferences of NV.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here were the main shortcuts of this module. So let me close Firefox browser.
Add-ons Manager dialog.
F4, let me close
Thunderbird
the
window.
Add-on Manager, and now I am back in my File Explorer Thunderbird folder, where are all the installation files.
Thunderbird setup 684.2.x2 of 3.
Okay, so let me click, 3 files. Why? Because I still have the French script for JAWS. Anyways, so without further ado, let me launch the Thunderbird setup file.
Window dialog. Thunderbird window. Items view list. 0% extracting dialog. Cancel button.
Now extracting. In a moment, we
Thunderbird
should
window. Items view list. Thunderbird setup 684.2.x3 of 3.
Setup window. Sometimes it's not appearing by itself. I'll just need to press Alt Tab.
Thunderbird window.
Here we
Items
go.
view list. Thunderbird window. Items view list.
Oops, it's still
Thunderbird row 1 column 2. Mozilla Thunderbird setup row 1 column 3.
Okay.
Mozilla Thunderbird Setup dialog. Welcome to the Mozilla Thunderbird Setup wizard. This wizard will guide you through the installation of Mozilla Thunderbird. It is recommended that you close all other applications before starting setup. This will make it possible to update relevant system files without having to reboot your computer. Click Next to continue. Cancel button.
Okay, perfect. Let me click the Next button.
Next greater button. Property page. Choose the type of setup you prefer, then click Next. Thunderbird will be installed with the most common options. You may choose individual options to be installed. Recommended for experienced users. Standard radio button checked. Alt plus S.
All right. I'll suggest you to leave it alone. You can continue with the standard setup. So let me press Tab.
Custom radio button not checked. Alt plus E.
Okay, so if you want to use the custom installation, you can press the spacebar there. I'm not going to do this. Pressing Tab again.
Use Thunderbird as my default mail application. Checked box checked. Alt plus U.
I'll leave it checked because if you want to use Thunderbird as your default email client, I'll suggest you to leave it checked. However, if you're just experimenting Thunderbird, would like to check how things are going with it, and still want to continue using your default email client, you can uncheck this checkbox, and we'll see later on that you'll have the possibility to make Thunderbird your default email client. Let me press Tab.
Less back button. Alt plus B.
Tab again.
Next greater button. Alt plus N.
Clicking Next.
Space. Pressed.
All right, what's going on?
Cancel button.
Pressing Tab.
Property page. Thunderbird will be installed to the following location. C. Program files. x86. Mozilla Thunderbird. Thunderbird will be set as your default mail application. Thunderbird will be installed to the following location. Edit read only. Select.
Sounds good. Pressing Tab.
Less back button. Install button. Alt plus I.
Perfect. And I'll click Install.
Next greater. Installing Thunderbird.
Okay, it's now processing. Note that if you have user account control enabled, you may have to answer yes during the installation process.
Size 159.
Progress.
Progress. Mozilla Thunderbird setup dialog. Installing. Please wait while Mozilla Thunderbird is being installed. Execute. C. Windows System 32 regs for 32.exe. Program files. x86. Mozilla Thunderbird MAPI proxy and use.dll. Create shortcut. C. Program data Microsoft Windows.
Okay. I'll just press Control because I just want to stop NVDA telling me the operation. It is done, however, so if I press Insert Tab, let's check on which control I'm located.
Launch Mozilla Thunderbird now. Checkbox focus checked. Alt plus L.
I'm not gonna launch it right now because I want to close all my windows before, so let me uncheck.
Space. Not checked.
Perfect. Pressing Tab.
Finish button. Alt plus F.
And
space. Thunderbird window.
Click Finish.
Items view.
Okay, then I can close my Thunderbird window. folder. That's the folder in the Windows Explorer that I've named Thunderbird.
Thunderbird window.
Oops.
Desktop.
One. There we go. Okay, now I am
Google
back
Fire
on my desktop.
Canadialog English 1 of 19.
And then if I press him,
M. Microsoft Edge 11 of 9. M. Mozilla Thunderbird 19 of 19.
here is Mozilla Thunderbird ready to launch. All right, let's click it and start configuration.
Home Mozilla Set up an existing email account. Your name. Edit.
All
First
right. Let me, just before adding the account, let me opt out. So I'll just press escape. We just
System integration dialog. Newsgroups
want to
checkbox not
complete
checked.
that. Okay, system integration. So I am prompt if I want to use Thunderbird for discussion list, things like this.
Always perform this check when starting Thunderbird checkbox checked. All.
Okay, if you don't want to use Thunderbird as your default client, make sure to uncheck this, because if you're not unchecking each time you launch Thunderbird, well, you'll be prompted to answer this question that you don't want to set Thunderbird as default. Let me leave it checked. That's fine.
Set as default button.
And click Save
Home
as
Mozilla
default.
Thunderbird. Home Mozilla
Okay.
Thunderbird.
That's good. Now we are in the home page of Mozilla Thunderbird, and we have a module, an add-on activated, which is the Lightning calendar, and this one, or agenda, this one is causing a lot of issues. So let me first of all go ahead and show you how to remove this out. Let me go into the Tools menu.
File submenu Alt. Edit sub. View submenu. Go submenu. Message submenu. Events and Tool submenu Alt. Help. Events and tasks sub. Tool submenu Alt.
Advanced and Task. This is a menu, by the way, displayed by the agenda modules. So let me
Tool submenu Alt plus T7
find
of 8.
out tools. Okay, and let me go down.
Address book. Save files. Add-ons A2 of 6.
Add-ons. Let me click this item.
Loading. Mozilla Thunderbird. Add-ons Manager Mozilla Thunderbird.
Here is the add-on manager. In order to deactivate one or uninstall, let me press Tab.
Toolbar. Tab Control. Add-ons Manager tab selected 2 of 2.
Tab again.
Add-ons Manager. List. Recommendations 1 of 3.
Okay, recommendation. This is not what I'm looking at. I'll press down arrow.
Extensions 2 of 3.
Extensions. There we go. And the other option,
Themes 3 of 3.
this is Themes. So this is only for visual effect. Let me find
Extensions
out
2 of 3.
extension. There we go. Pressing Tab.
Link. Find more extensions. Edit. Tools for all add-ons button submenu.
Tab.
Learn more. Link. List. Lightning integrated calendaring and scheduling for your email client. Release notes. Loading. Disable remove show more details about this add-on 1 of 1.
Okay, remove this one. So it's already been selected. So let me press Tab.
Disable button. Disable this add-on.
I can only disable or
Remove button. Uninstall this add-on.
remove. Really, we don't care about. So let me
Add-ons
click remove.
Manager.
Okay,
Add-ons. Clickable Lightning. Tools for all. Document.
I'm pressing
Clickable
Tab.
Lightning will be uninstalled after you restart Thunderbird. Restart button.
Let me click
Desktop
restart.
list. Mozilla Thunderbird 19 of 19.
And then
Home. Set up an existing email account. Your name.
let me go out of there also. Pressing Escape.
Add-ons Manager Mozilla Thunderbird.
Okay, the add-on manager just popped up again. In order to close this, let me press Ctrl W because it was open in a tab. So in order to close a tab, let me press Ctrl W.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird.
And then let me go into the options. So we'll remove this crazy Thunderbird homepage because this is really annoying, not helpful at all, etc. Let me press Alt-T to go back into the Tools menu.
Address book CTR.
Then let me go up. It's going to be faster.
Options 02 of 2.
Pressing Enter on Options.
Loading. Mozilla Thunderbird.
Okay.
Options Mozilla Thunderbird.
The way it's designed, the option panel presents a drop-down list on the left, and for each item of this drop-down list, they are considered as tab, if we can say that. For each item of this drop-down, you may find out some sub-tabs, and this is the way that option works. So let me press tab.
Toolbar. Tab Control. Options tab selected 2 of 2.
Tab again.
Options.
Tab again.
List. General radio button
Okay,
checked 1 of.
now we are into the general options, pressing tab.
Extensions and themes link.
Pressing tab.
Thunderbird start page grouping. When Thunderbird
Okay.
launches, show the start page in the message area checkbox checked Alt plus Shift plus W.
No, I really don't want this. Pressing spacebar in order to uncheck.
Space. Not checked.
There we go. I can continue browsing options by pressing the tab key. By the way, if I want to use arrow keys, I can do it as well by first disabling the form mode in NVDA by pressing NVDA in space, but I'm not going to do this. Pressing tab again.
Default search engine grouping. Combo box Google collapse.
I can leave it alone.
Add from file button. When new messages arrive, grouping. Show an alert checkbox checked Alt. Customize button Alt. Show a tray icon checkbox checked Alt. Play a sound checkbox. Play button Alt. Play a sound grouping. Default system sound for new. Play button.
Yeah, by the way, the sound for new messages, clicking play.
Space.
That's the sound you may hear.
Play a sound. Alert. Would you like to help improve Mozilla Thunderbird by automatically reporting memory usage, performance, and responsiveness to Mozilla? Learn more link. Yes button Alt plus Y. No button Alt plus N.
No.
Toolbar. Tab control. Options tabs. Options.
Okay.
List.
It was. I think it was a pop-up.
Options. Play button Alt.
Pop-up.
Play.
Yeah. Okay.
Toolbar.
Perfect.
Option.
Let me
List.
go back into my drop-down list by pressing tab. Here I am. We'll check some other options that I'd like to change before moving on.
Display radio button check 2 of 8.
Let me go down. Okay, here's display. Let me press tab.
Extensions and themes link.
Okay, tab.
Tab control. Formatting tab select.
I'd like to go
Tags tabs.
into
Advanced tab selected 3 of.
Advanced. I am pressing right arrow in order to select another tab. Let me press tab.
Property page seconds. Reading grouping. Automatically mark messages as read checkbox checked Alt plus Shift plus A.
That's okay.
Immediately on display radio button checked Alt plus.
That's okay.
Open messages in grouping. A new tab radio button checked Alt plus Shift plus T 1 of 3.
I really don't want that. Let me press go down in order to select a new window.
A new message window radio button checked Alt plus Shift plus N 2 of 3. An existing message window radio. A new message window radio button checked Alt.
I want it in a new message window. So each time I'll click on an email, a new window will pop up. Pressing tab.
Close message window / tab on move. Display grouping. Show only display name for people. Toolbar. Tab options.
That
list.
Is fine.
Display.
Okay, perfect. Let me go down.
Composition radio button check 3 of 8.
Okay, here's the composition. Well, just before moving forward, to summarize, we first remove the homepage display into the general section of the options, and into the view tab, we ask Thunderbird to display messages in new window instead of tabs. So this is it. Now I am in composition. What I am turning off there is the spell checker. Personally, I find it a bit annoying because at this time Thunderbird seems to be unable to detect the language you're writing emails in. So I am disabling it. So if you want to do so, you can do it as well. Let me show you. Just press tab.
Extensions and themes link.
Tab again.
Tab control. General tab selected 1.
I'll let you explore by yourself the content of the general tab as well as the next tab, the addressing.
Addressing tab selected 2 of 3.
There it is. Remember that you use right or left arrow in order to select the right tab. Pressing right arrow again.
Spelling tab selected.
Here's spelling. Pressing tab.
Property page download more dictionaries. Download more dictionaries.
I don't want to do this.
Enable check spelling before sending checkbox not checked. Alt.
Okay, check spelling before sending. No, please.
Enable spell check as you type checkbox checked Alt plus Shift plus E.
You enable a spell check as you type.
Space. Not checked.
Let me uncheck this out. All right, let me
check spelling. Tab
Shift tab a couple of times.
Extensions and theme list. Composition radio button checked 3 of 8.
Okay, let's go down.
Chat radio button checked 4 of 8.
The chat I really don't care about.
Privacy radio button checked 5 of 8.
And what about privacy?
Extensions and themes link. Mail content grouping.
Yeah.
Allow remote content in messages checkbox not checked Alt plus Shift plus M.
If you're not checking this checkbox, Thunderbird may advise you that some email content, some content like or remote content, or what it means. It is that because the email is trying to access content on a server, and then Thunderbird has queue for each of these emails. This is pretty common, like if you're receiving like newsletters or communication from enterprise via email, then you'll be asked if you want to authorize this content. Well, you can leave this option unchecked, but you'll have to manually authorize or add exception for each of these emails. But if you check this checkbox, if you're getting some spam emails, some things like this, well, be advised that you may have some issues if some weird or fraudulent content being displayed by Thunderbird. So here's your choice. If you want to add an exception, press Tab.
Exceptions, button Alt plus Shift plus X.
You can click this, exceptions. Personally, I'll check it. I'll take out the risk.
Allow remote content and messages checkbox not checked, Alt plus Shift plus
remote content.
Space.
Let me check this.
Check.
Okay. Because personally, I really don't want having to deal with these regular pop-ups. So the remote content will be always displayed in messages.
Exceptions. Learn more about web content grouping. Remember websites and links. Exceptions. Show cookies. Learn more.
Okay, I'll let you go with the other options if you'd like to explore.
List. Private. Security.
Security.
Extensions and theme. Tab control. Junk tab selected 1 of 4.
Let me go into the scam tab.
Email scams tab select.
Email scams. Pressing right arrow to go there. Pressing tab.
Property page. Thunderbird can analyze messages for suspected email scams by looking for common techniques used to deceive you. Tell me if the message I'm reading is a suspected email scam. Checkbox checked, Alt plus Shift plus T.
Personally, this is an option that I'm removing. Why? Because, you know, sometimes when receiving emails, legit emails are considered as scam by Thunderbird, and emails that are not. So really, personally, I think I prefer removing this out in order to read my emails without getting bothered by Thunderbird.
Space. Not checked.
Okay. Shift Tab.
Tab. Extensions and themes list. Security. Attachments radio button checked 7 of 8.
Attachment. I'll let you go there by yourself.
Advanced radio button checked.
Advanced. Pressing Tab.
Extension. Tab control. General tab selected 1.
General. Pressing Tab.
Property page. Determine how Thunderbird handles return receipts. Choose the languages used to display menus, messages, and notifications from Thunderbird. Return receipts button.
Okay, then you can change the language.
Scrolling grouping. Use smooth scrolling checkbox.
Let me press tab until I'll reach the search options.
Date and time form. Language grouping. Set alternatives. System integration grouping. Check now button. Allow Windows search to.
Yeah, by the way,
always check to see if Thunderbird is the default mail client on startup. Checkbox checked, Alt plus Shift plus A.
Into Advanced General System Integration, you have the possibility to click
Check Now button, Alt plus
the Check Now button if you want that Thunderbird check if he is the default client and make the necessary in order to make it default. Pressing Tab.
Allow Windows search to search messages. Checkbox not checked, Alt plus Shift plus S.
I'm not gonna check this out. Pressing Tab, so make sure it is unchecked.
Advanced configuration grouping. Enable global search and indexer. Checkbox checked, Alt plus Shift plus G.
And this one, in order to make easier to navigate the Thunderbird interface, I will uncheck it.
Space. Not checked.
Okay, perfect. Pressing Tab.
Message store type for new account. Use hardware accelerate. Config editor. Toolbar. List. Extensions and tab control.
Okay.
General tab selected.
Also in Advanced.
Data choices tab select. Network and disk space. Update tab selected for F5.
You have the possibility to adjust the way that Thunderbird will update. If you want to turn off automatic updates, if you're facing some issues with a newer version. By the way, at the time we're recording this podcast, we are at version 68, I think 0.4.2 of Thunderbird. So if you need to turn it off, you can.
Certificates tab select.
And certificate, usually you're not gonna have to deal with that. Okay, I think we are all done with the option panel. Let me press Ctrl W in order to close it. There is nothing to save.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird.
Okay, let me press Alt F4. I just
Desktop
want to
list.
close Thunderbird. Here we go. Then I will reopen it again.
Mozilla Thunderbird 19 of 19.
All right.
Thunderbird update dialog. Thunderbird is installing your updates and will start in a few moments.
Oh.
Progress bar 39%.
Okay. Well,
desktop list.
I got an upgrade.
Mozilla Thunderbird 19 of 19.
That's strange. I just grabbed the installation file.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird. Set up an existing email account. Your name. Edit.
Okay. I don't know why, but I just got the installation file a couple of minutes ago. Let me
Home
check
Mozilla.
something.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird. Home Mozilla Thunderbird.
Let me check out
Edit.
something.
Go submenu. Message. Tools. Help sub. About Thunder. About Mozilla Thunderbird dialog 685032.
Oh, the new version was released during the time of the recording. Wow, amazing. Okay, wow. Okay.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird.
Yep, okay, definitely. Yeah, the new version was released during the time of the recording of this podcast. This is something that may happen, so I am sorry. I said that we were at version 68.4.2. I think that now we are at version 68.5.0. So I'm sorry for the confusion. All right, so let me press Alt
Set up an existing email account. Your name. Edit.
Okay, now I think we'll be ready to set up our email account. So let me put my name. So what's the name? This is the mail that will be displayed when sending an email. Let me put out mine.
Capital E.
All right, pressing tab.
Email address. Edit.
Then
G.
let me put the address.
At G.M.
All right, including the extension. All right, pressing tab.
Password. Edit protected. Password. Blank.
Type in the password.
Star.
All right, it's done. Pressing tab.
Remember password checkbox checked. Alt plus M.
Yes, I want to remind the password.
Manual config button. Alt plus M. Continue button. Alt plus C.
Okay, just before clicking continue, if you're using a Google account, I just need to specify something. If you are using the two-factor authentication, the two-step authentication, then when clicking continue, you'll probably be prompted in a moment to validate your identity using your mobile phone. Here, this is my case, so we'll see it in a moment. Or the other possibility you may have is, by the way, if your main password is not working, it should, by the way, but if it's not, go ahead and your Google account by going to account.google.com and then generate an application password. You should not have to do this. But if you're having some issues and the two-factor authentication is turned on, go ahead and generate one. If you don't have the two-factor authentication, so if you don't need to enter unique code or identify using by clicking yes on your mobile when connecting to your Google account, then you'll have to log in into your account by still going to account.google.com, and into your security settings, you may turn on the setting allowing less secure app to access your account. If you are not doing this, you might be absolutely unable to connect your IMAP. So be aware of that. In my case, I don't need to do it because I am using the two-factor authentication, so let me click continue.
Continue button focused unavailable.
Let's wait for a couple of seconds and let's
set up an existing email account.
Okay, what's gonna happen?
Done button Alt plus D. Cancel button.
Okay,
Done button. Menu.
I'll need to click done.
Done button. Alt plus D.
If you're asked with some other questions, please feel free to answer them. If you're using your ISP email address, you'll probably have to manually fill in the IMAP and the SMTP fields. I'll greatly suggest you to use IMAP, and please stop using POP3. This is just so annoying. Stop doing that, and entering the port numbers if needed. So let me click done.
Unavailable. Enter credentials for Canadialog.
Okay.
Sign in Google Accounts document. Email or phone edit has autocomplete.
There we go. Now I am on a Google web page, and I need, again, I can explore this one, by the way, by turning off the for mode.
Heading level 1 account. Heading level 2 sign in with your Google account.
Okay, so this is a Google page.
Email or phone edit has autocomplete.
So again, let me type in the email address. There we go. Pressing tab.
Next button.
Pressing enter. On next.
Sign in Google Accounts document. Password edit protected. Blank.
Then I need to type in again my password. This is
Star.
normal. All right, it's now done.
Sign in button.
So let me click the sign in and listen what's gonna happen.
Google
now. Confirm whether.
Okay, so I got a notification on my mobile.
Notification. Gmail. Now.
Let
Confirm.
me click.
Gmail. No. Yes. No. Canadian device. Device Windows NT 10.0. Is it you trying to sign in?
So are you trying to sign in? Yes, I am.
Canadialog. Device Windows NT 10.0. Near no. Device Windows NT 10.0. Near Montreal, QC, Canada. Time just now.
It's me?
No, it's not me. But yes, button.
Yes.
Sign in approved. Navigation menu, button.
Acting busy. https://accounts.google.com/accounts/set
It was approved.
Demand the authorization. Google.
Okay, now we have, oh yeah, I'm sorry. The account is initially set up in French, so we're asked for given the authorization to access the account to Thunderbird. So let me press
set authorization.
Then let me find
Authorizer button.
Okay, that's the button autoriser. So allow in English. Let me
set up an existing email account.
Okay.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird. Home Mozilla Thunderbird.
Then in a moment. There we go.
Tool alert Canadialog@gmail.com. Received 56 new messages.
Here we go.
Canadialog@gmail.com. Received 56 new messages. Your podcast Canadialog.
Okay, fantastic. So now the account has been set up. So let me lock my iPhone. There we go. And now we'll be good to go and check how Thunderbird works. We're hearing some beeps now. Why? Because I think Thunderbird is trying to load all my stuff, my emails and things like this. If
Preview.
I press the
level 1 Canadialog.
Okay, now I am already in my tree view, so everything's fine.
Selected. Level 2 inbox, 56.
I can see my inbox there. Let me just close Thunderbird and launch it back again. I just want to make sure that the home page will not gonna pop up again.
Desktop list. Mozilla Thunderbird.
Pressing enter. All right. In process.
Home Mozilla Thunderbird busy. Inbox Mozilla Thunderbird.
Okay, and I think we're all set. Let me press
Toolbar.
tab.
Tab control. Inbox tab selected. Tree view.
Sounds good.
Inbox 56. Filter these messages less CTRL plus shift plus K greater edit has autocomplete.
Okay, I'll show you how to remove this out.
Table. Canadialog.
And then we have the table listing all messages.
About blank. About
we have here the preview tab.
Toolbar.
Or the preview pane. And that's it.
Toolbar. Tab control. Inbox
and
tab.
We're now back. All right. Let me put the
Filter these
focus
messages.
inside the inbox.
Table. Canadialog.
Let me go at the end.
Alert Security Google 820p.mro 128 of 128 level 1.
Okay, so now I have many emails there. And for sure, let's go first of all into the view menu in order to uncheck a couple of things there. Pressing
File
Alt,
submenu edits.
then right arrow.
View submenu Alt
View,
plus.
you can also
View submenu Alt plus V3 of 7.
press Alt V as you prefer. Let me go down there.
Toolbar submenu T1 of 3. Layout submenu Tool.
Okay, in the toolbar, let me check what's in there.
Menu bar not checked M1 of 5 level 1. Toolbars mail. Menu bar not checked.
Okay, the menu bar needs to be checked, pressing enter.
Property page alert titty security 8.
Okay, let me go back into my menu bar, my view menu by pressing Alt V.
Toolbar submenu T.
Perfect, pressing enter on toolbar.
Menu bar checked M1 of 5 level 1. Mail
Menu
toolbar
is checked.
Menu bar checked M1 of 5. Mail toolbar checked no 2.
Mail, it needs to be checked because this is crucial to make work Thunderbird with a screen reader, so make sure to check it.
Folder pane toolbar not checked F3 of 5 level.
You can leave this unchecked.
Quick filter bar checked Q4 of 5 level.
Quick filter, let me remove this out, pressing enter.
Property page alert titty security 8.
If I press,
Tree view. Inbox. Toolbar. Property page alert titty security.
There we go. So by pressing tab and shift tab, we don't have any more filter area and search box, so it will simplify the Thunderbird interface as well. Let me go back in the view menu. It's still loading some emails.
Toolbar submenu T1 of 3.
Okay, perfect. Let me go down.
Layout submenu L2 of 3.
So toolbar.
Customize.
Done.
Status bar. Quick filter bar not checked. Status bar checked.
Yeah, the status bar. You can leave it checked.
Toolbar sub.
Okay, let me go down.
Layout submenu L2 of 3.
Layout. Let me go there because we'll have to uncheck something there.
Classic view radio menu item check C1 of 3 level.
Okay, let me go down.
Wide view radio menu item not checked. Vertical view radio menu item not checked V3 of.
By the way, the classic view is checked by default. Leave it checked.
Folder pane checked F1 of 3 level 1.
The folder pane needs to be checked.
Folder pane columns not checked P2 of 3 level 1.
This folder pane columns, you don't care about this.
Message pane F8 checked M3 of 3 level.
And message pane, make sure to uncheck it, because if you leave it checked, then each time you're using up or down arrow keys in your inbox, and personally, I find this really annoying. So make sure to uncheck.
Classic message pane F8 checked M3 of 3.
There we go.
Inbox Mozilla.
And by the way, yes, make sure to be always in classic view when using Mozilla Thunderbird. It's going to be much better. All right, so if I press tab now, I am in my inbox. Whoops.
Inbox.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Table. Alert.
Okay, let me find back the table. Here it is. So.
Canadialog. Here's how your channel did last month on Red YouTube.
Okay, so let's say that I am now on a message.
Alert. Security Google.
So I can browse my messages.
Canadialog. Here's how your channel did last month on Red YouTube creators 2.
Okay, so now I have.
Alexander. Aves one Nouvel Apparel.
I have a couple of messages there. Let's say that if I press tab.
Toolbar. Tab control. Inbox tab selected 1 of 1.
So here's the tab containing the inbox. There's only one tab now. If I press tab again.
Tree view. Inbox 55, 1 of 7 level 2.
Here's the tree view containing all the folders of my account. If I have several accounts there, I can navigate the tree view, then close some items by pressing left arrow on them. Then I can for sure use up and down arrow to browse actual items. And for sure I can open an item in the tree view by pressing right arrow. So let's say that I'm going down just to show you.
Trash 2 of 7 level 2.
Here's the trash folder.
5. Gmail expanded 3 of 7 level 2.
So Gmail expanded. Under the Gmail, you may see some other folders.
Level 3 Browellins 1 of 7.
So now I got a French folder, I'm sorry. This is draft, but the name is French. If I want to close Gmail, let me go up.
Level 2 Gmail.
Then I can close by pressing left arrow.
Collapsed. Gmail 77.
Collapsed. Then if I go down.
Browellins 4 of 7 level 2. Courier Indesirable 5 of 7 level.
Yeah, we are still into the same, we're still in the tree of folder, but not under Gmails because yes, Google, they are a bit crazy with that because they are providing several times the same folder depending the email client you're using to connect to the account. So this is a bit annoying, but anyways.
Level 1 Canadialog at gmail.com expanded 1 of 2.
Now I am on my account. So let's say that I want to close the Canadialog at gmail.com account. I can press the left arrow.
Collapsed. Canadialog at Gmail.
And then if I go down.
Local folders expanded 2 of 2.
Here are local folder that I really don't care about. Local folder are mainly used In the case we are connecting an account through POP3, this is an old protocol, and again, don't use that. Don't use that. Use IMAP. So if I want to go up, find out Canadialog again.
Canadialog at gmail.com, 139, collapsed 1 of 2, level 1.
Then I can expand it.
Expanded.
Perfect.
Canadialog at
Then going down. Then going down.
Level 2 inbox, 55, 1 of 7.
All right. Then if I press tab here.
Table. Alexander, avez-vous un nouvel appareil?
Yeah, avez-vous un nouvel appareil? Do you have a new device? So here are my messages, and now we'll be ready to go. And in a moment, I'll show you how you can rearrange columns in order to get the accurate information at the time you want to hear it. I just sent a couple of additional email to the account in order to make it easier for you to understand how Thunderbird works. So let's see, I'll just again press the hand key to go to the hand.
Let's talk about Thunderbird. Unread Alexander Belmar 559p.mro 130 of 130 level 1.
Here it is. So this is an email. As you can notice, we heard the subject, then we heard unread, then my name because I am the sender of this email, then the date of the day. So yes, if I want to go up, I can for sure go up and see.
Bad news for this summer. Unread Olivier Danjou 2020 0211 1055p.mro 129 of 130 level 1.
Okay, so Olivier sent me an email as well on this account. Then if I go up,
Alertete Security Google.
Here's the email from Google saying that someone strange has logged into the account and blah, blah, blah. And this is so dangerous and your computer may explode. No, I'm laughing, but well, they are a bit annoying, Google, to send a security alert all the time nonstop. But anyways, just before moving on, let me go down.
Let's talk about Thunderbird. Unread Alexander.
I press twice the down arrow. If I want to open an email into Thunderbird, then I can press Enter key.
Let's talk about Thunderbird. Mozilla Thunderbird. Unknown. Hello.
So by default, I'll be placed in the email body that I can read out by using arrow keys, or I can press for sure NVDA down arrow.
Blank.
I'll use arrow keys now.
Blank. Here is a quick email to show some basics functions of Thunderbird. Blank. Blank. Have a great day. Blank. Blank. Alexander Belmar. Blank.
And here's my signature. Here it is. Now, just to show you, I can reply to this email by pressing Ctrl-R. I can also transfer the email by pressing Ctrl-L. It seems that there is no logic for the L. I was expecting Ctrl-F as in Foxtrot. Anyways, well, I have several ways to do this, to perform some tasks on the email. Then, by the way, if I want to see the attachment, what I prefer myself, there is no attachment to this email, but what I prefer, I'll go into Messages.
File submenu Alt plus F1 of 7.
So I've just pressed the Alt key in order to access the menu bar. Then if I press right arrow,
edit submenu, view go submenu, message submenu Alt plus M5 of 7.
Here it is. Then if I press down arrow,
new message CTRL, reply CTR, reply to all CT, reply to list CT, forward CTR, forward a submenu W6 of 7.
And by the way, you have
forward CTRL plus LF.
All the shortcuts in this menu as well. By the way, in the documentation of this podcast, I will put a complete list of shortcuts available into Thunderbird. This is provided by Thunderbird Help. So if you want to view them all, you can access this webpage and you'll be able to read them all.
Forward a submenu, edit as new message, attachments unavailable, submenu H.
Attachment, this is now unavailable, but this is a submenu. So if there was some attachment to the message, I can click this submenu and I will find out some several options, like a submenu for each files attached and the option to save all attachment or delete all anyways. For each files, you'll have the possibility by opening the submenu again to open or to save the file. So this is pretty accessible and this is so nice to use. Let me press escape key.
Let's talk about Thunderbird document.
And if I want to send out a quick reply, I can press Ctrl R.
Right, let's talk about Thunderbird. Thunderbird, right, let's blank.
And
on 2020-02-12-559p.m. Alexander
blank. I am in my email body.
K-A-N-T-I-I-A-T-C. Bang.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So here it is. Then I can just press Ctrl Enter in order to send the email. I've just wrote fantastic.
Send message dialog. Are you sure you are ready to send this message? Send button.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm not going to click yet the send button because this kind of pop-up can be a bit annoying. If you don't want to hear this, press tab.
Cancel button.
Tab again.
Are you sure you are ready to send this message label?
Tab
Do
again.
not show me this dialog box again. Checkbox not checked.
And let me check this out.
Space. Checked. Send button.
And
space.
Send.
Right. Sending message. Let's talk.
Now the message will be a send.
Let's talk about Thunderbird.
And I am placed back in my original message. If I press the escape key.
Inbox Mozilla Thunderbird. Table.
I am back into my inbox list view. So this is nice. Let me just 1 second reopen the message.
Bad news.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about Thunderbird. Mozilla Thunderbird.
Then
blank. Hello.
In the message, if I press Ctrl-Shift-1.
Alexander Belmar less Alexander.Belmar of Canadialog.com greater.
So I can hear that the message was from me. Then let's say if I press Ctrl-Shift-2, there is a delay between the time I pressed. Okay, me. And if I press, so it was addressed to me. Then let's try if I press Ctrl-Shift-5.
Let's talk about Thunderbird.
Ctrl-Shift-6 should be the date.
559p.m.
Yeah, okay, date and time, correct. So you have a couple like this. Consult the help for more info. Let me press escape to go out of the message. Thanks. And
bad news. Let's talk about Thunderbird.
Being in the message list, the inbox.
Bad news for this summer on Red Olive.
Let me take out the bad news. So if I press NVDA Control 1.
Empty row 129 thread column 1.
So the thread column is empty. NVDA Control 2.
Empty starred column 2. Empty attachments column 3.
I did it with 3.
Bad news for this summer subject column 4. Unread read column 5. Olivier Danjou correspondence column 6.
So I can navigate across columns without having to move the focus elsewhere or even to open a message. So if I would just want clarification between what is the subject, what is the sender, etc., well, it is fully possible to do it. Then let me show you how it is possible to reorder columns. So in order to do so, I'll press Insert H, so NVDA plus H.
Manage columns dialog. List. Thread.
Okay, and then here I have the list of columns.
Starred. Attachments. Subject.
I can go down, etc. Then if I press Tab.
Up button Alt plus U.
I can click Up.
Down button Alt plus D.
Or I can click Down.
Options button Alt plus O.
And there is also an Options button.
Close button. Options button.
If I press the Options, so let me press Enter on Options.
Press. Inbox Mozilla Thunderbird. Table. Let's talk about Thunderbird.
We are hearing the inbox, but if I use arrow keys,
thread checked 1 of 19.
Then I can check or uncheck columns. So let me do a quick tour. So let me go down. We'll show what's available.
Starred check 2 of 19. Attachments check 3 of 19.
Well,
starred check 2 of 19.
Regarding thread and starred, well, I am not using them really seriously.
Attachments check.
I'll leave it there. I'll leave them there, but anyways, you can select to uncheck them.
Read checked 4 of 19. From not checked 5 of 9. Recipient not checked 6 of 19. Correspondence check 7 of 19. Junk status checked 8 of 19.
Junk status. Personally, I hate when Thunderbird deal with junk. So let me uncheck it. Pressing Enter. Nothing will happen, but if I go up,
correspondence check 7 of 19.
Then down,
junk status not checked 8 of 19.
Perfect, it was unchecked. So let me continue.
Received not checked 9 of 19.
Received.
Date check 10 of 19.
And date, to be honest, I don't know exactly what's the difference between receive and date, but Well, by default, date is checked.
Status not checked 11 of 19.
Status.
Size not checked 12 of 19.
The size of the email.
Tag not checked 13 of 19.
The tags, because I think, yes, you can assign some personalized tags.
Account not checked 14 of 19.
Account.
Priority not checked 15 of 19. Unread not checked 16 of 19.
Well, I don't know again what's the difference between read and unread. Maybe for these two ones something was forgotten there. Anyways.
Total not checked 17 of 19. Location not checked 18 of 19. Order received not checked 19 of 19. Restore column order 1 of 2.
Then at the end of the menu, I can even restore the column order. So yes, if I want to change this, if I want to reset the column order and reset all factory settings, I can click this. This is something useful in some situation. Or if I go down,
apply columns to submenu 2 of 2.
So I can apply columns to if I open the submenu by pressing right arrow.
Folder, submenu 1 of 2. Folder and its children, submenu 2 of 2.
So
folder.
So yes, I have the possibility to assign this to different type of folders. However, note that sometimes even if you're applying to subfolders and parent folders, etc., it will not apply this to folder at the same level, because these are not a subfolder. So let's say you want to apply column order to inbox and send items, maybe you'll have to do it twice. So let me
apply columns to submenu.
Okay, I am back to the main menu. Then if I want to exit this menu, don't press enter, don't press escape, because if you press escape, you'll cancel all of our changes. So I'll just need to press the tab key to go out of there and have the inbox back.
Bad news for this summer.
Okay, and there we go. I am back in my list of email.
Let's talk about Thunderbird.
So I just pressed the down arrow. But now let's go ahead and reorder columns. So pressing Insert H again to make the dialog
Manage columns dialog.
There we go. Then if I go down.
Starred. Thread.
Okay, the thread. Starred.
Attachments.
Attachment.
Subject. Read. Okay, let me put read status before anything. So let me press the tab key. Up button Alt plus U.
Let me press the space bar.
Space. Pressed. Read before subject.
By the way, if you are pressing enter, you're not gonna hear this. You're not gonna hear the confirmation. And same thing is the mouse tracking is on in NVDA. So if you want to toggle these features, press NVDA plus M as in Mike.
Mouse tracking on.
Then again,
mouse tracking off.
So if usually you're using the mouse tracking features, well, I'll greatly suggest you to turn it off during the time you'll be rearranging columns in Thunderbird. So let me press the space bar again to put it up.
Space. Pressed. Read before attachments.
Okay, sounds good this way. Perfect. Let me then press Shift Tab.
List. Read. Attachments.
Okay, so first it's gonna be read, then attachment. Or maybe I can
read.
Maybe I prefer honestly attachment before read.
Up button, down button.
Do I prefer hearing on read before attachment? No, I'll leave it alone.
Up list attachments.
But anyway, you can
up down button Alt.
You can
up button Alt.
Either click up or down on a column. So let me press back tab again.
List. Attachment. Subject.
Sounds good.
Correspondence.
Okay, I want the correspondent heard before the subject, so let me press tab.
Up button Alt plus U.
Then pressing space.
Space. Pressed. Correspondence before subject.
Here we go.
List.
Pressing Shift
Correspondence.
Tab.
Subject. Date.
The date is good
Subject.
there.
Correspond. Attachment. Read. Starred. Thread.
Well, I'll leave it there for a thread and start. But anyways, if you want, just go ahead and remove. I'll press back tab again.
Close button.
Then I will press
space
bar
inbox Mozilla Thunderbird table.
There we go. Then it may take a second in order to refresh. Then if I go up.
Unread Olivier Danjou. Bad news for this summer 2020 0211 10:55p.mro1.
Much better. So this is it. Then let's say that if I want to press NVDA Control 1.
Empty thread column 1. Empty starred column 2.
Then
unread
3. Then 4.
Empty attachments.
There we go.
Olivier Danjou correspondence column 5. Bad news for this summer subject column 6.
Everything's okay. Then let me show you something. Then if I open this out.
Bad news for this summer Mozilla Thunderbird.
This is an email.
Hi. I hope you are doing well. Me, I saw the doctor yesterday. I didn't. Have great news. Call me if you want to learn more. Also, please say hello to our listeners. I hope they are doing well.
So this is it. This is an email. Yeah, he's having some healthy problems. Anyways, so let's say that I'm closing this email, pressing escape.
Inbox Mozilla Thunderbird. Table. Olivier Danjou.
Then let's say that I want to mark this email as unread. I'm just going to press M. NVDA won't say anything, but if I'm moving using arrow keys...
Google unread Olivier Danjou bad news for this summer 2020 0.
So this is it. And I can mark it as read by doing the same.
Olivier Danjou bad news.
And let's say that...
Alexander Belmar, let's talk about Thunderbird 2020.
Let's say I want to delete an email. I just need to press delete.
Olivier Danjou bad news.
Then if I just want to cancel what I did, I can press Ctrl Z. Going down.
Google.
Oops, it may take a
Olivier
sec before the email will pop up.
Alexander
again.
Belmar, let's talk about Thunderbird 2000.
Yeah, canceling an action may take a second. This is normal. Then let's say that I want to access, let's say, my sent item. I can press back tab.
Tree view. Level 2 inbox.
Then going
Trash.
down.
Gmail.
Okay, let me expand that.
Expanded. Gmail.
Going down using right arrow. Okay, I just expand using the right arrow. Going down.
Level 3 Browellins 1. Messages.
Yeah.
Messages and voiced.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My account is in French, so here's the equivalent to the sent. Pressing tab.
Table. Alexander Belmarie. Let's talk about Thunderbird 2020 0212.
Here's the message I've sent. This is it. Several other commands also exist within Thunderbird. I'll not cover all of them because we have too many. However, I'll greatly invite you to consult the help file of Thunderbird, which contains all the shortcuts for Thunderbird. And for sure, if you need that we talk more about some features in Thunderbird, please let us know. And for sure, you'll see in the description of this podcast a complete guide with a shortcut summary. There. Let me go back in my inbox.
Browellins 1.
And just press Shift Tab.
Trash. Inbox 54.
Here it is.
Table.
Pressing Tab. Okay, pressing hand.
Olivia.
By the way, if you want to go and change the way that emails are ordered, you can go into
File Submit, Edit
Files,
View Submit,
View,
Toolbar, Layout, Folders, Sort by, Thread Submit, Header Submit, Thread Submit, Headers, Message Body as, Display Attach, Zoom Submenu, Zoom, Text Encoding, Headers,
I skip it.
Thread Submit, Sort by,
Okay, sort by.
Date radio menu item check D1 of 15 level.
By default, it is checked by date. You can
Received radio menu item not star radio order received radio priority radio menu from radio menu item not checked.
Okay, here it is. So from here, you can change the way that messages are sorted. And also notice that if you are facing a weird issue after changing the order of columns, just go ahead and click sort by and click date. Sometime it may happen that it will also change the way that messages are sorted. So
priority order
at the bottom of this menu,
star radio.
I'll just go up.
Received radio date radio grouped by sort radio menu item not checked.
No, I don't want to group.
Unthreaded radio menu item checked H2 of 3. Threaded radio menu item not checked. Descending radio menu item not checked D2 of 2. Ascending radio menu item checked A1 of.
So right now it is ascending, meaning that the most recent email will be at the end of the list, but I can
Descending radio menu item not checked D2.
Check descending, meaning that the older message will be at the end of the list instead. So let me go out of this menu, pressing escape
Sort
twice.
Table.
Okay, there we go. And let's see, by the way, how you can use it with JAWS. It's quietly the same, except that with JAWS, you'll have less functionality than expected with NVDA. So let me shut down NVDA.
Exit NVDA.
Let me...
Inbox.
Okay, turn on JAWS. By the way, during the time we are doing this, just small information here. If you're using NVDA 2019.3.1, make sure to use the Mozilla Apps Enhancement add-on version 1.10 or higher, or you may experience some issues when trying to do so. So now just is open.
Title is Inbox-Mozilla Thunderbird.
I am still in my inbox. Let's see how things are going.
Olivier Danjou, bad news for this summer 2000.
So here's my
Alexander
email again.
Belmar, let's talk about Thunderbird 2020-0.
I can
Enter.
open an email without
Let's talk
any
about
issues.
Thunderbird-Mozilla Thunderbird. Mozilla Thunderbird page has 8 links.
Okay.
X-uni
Then
X.
I can
Hello, blank.
just browse the email
Here is a quick email.
using my arrow keys.
Blank. Have a great day.
This is it. And let's say I want to read out headings. It's not going to be possible.
Alt 1.
Like Alt
2.
No, unfortunately, nothing won't work. So pressing
Escape.
Escape.
Inbox-list view.
You'll need a script for that. Same thing, by the way, if you're moving in the
Olivier
inbox.
Danjou, bad news for this.
Let me press the M key.
M.
Nothing will be pronounced.
Alexander unread Olivier Danjou.
But the action was made.
M.
So this is it. By the way, because Thunderbird provide a couple of navigation letters in the inbox, you won't be able to use first letter navigation in folder list or even in message list. So unfortunately, don't try this. Even if you're using NVDA or JAWS, it's not gonna work. That's not fantastic, but we need to deal with that with Thunderbird. Anyways, I can also try to send a message. Let me press Control N.
Control N. Right colon left paren no subject right paren dash Thunderbird. Right colon left paren no subject right paren. Edit combo. To set the value, use the arrow.
By the way, I'll be put in the to field, so let me put
PODCAFTS selected at Canadialog.com.
Oh, okay, already there. So let's say I just want to add another recipient. I can press Enter.
Edit combo.
Then, for example,
Combo
Shift
box.
Tab.
Combo box horizontal. CC colon.
For example, I can put it in copy.
Edit
I
subject.
don't want subject.
T.
Test.
Edit. Type in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then put tab. I am now in the message body.
Title is right colon test dash Thunderbird.
And
subject colon edit test. Type in text. Edit. Type in text.
Yeah, I am in the
1234.
The message body. Then pressing Control Enter.
Control Enter. Sending message dash test dialog.
Will send the email.
Colon. To navigate, use tab. Cancel button. To activate, press spacebar. 100%. Inbox dash.
And I am back into my inbox. This is it. Last thing, if I close Thunderbird,
Alt F4.
Going back
Windows
on my
D.
desktop,
Folder view list view. Mozilla Thunderbird.
Pressing enter on this Mozilla Thunderbird. It's going to be, by the way, the exact same
Mozilla
behavior with
home
NVDA.
Mozilla Thunderbird. Inbox Mozilla Thunderbird.
Yeah, we heard home, but no home tab was displayed. Anyways, by the way, it's going to be the exact same behavior with NVDA. Then, if I'm using arrow keys, I'm not going to be able to navigate my message list. What I'll greatly suggest you to do when opening Thunderbird is just to press Shift Tab.
List view. Not selected. Not selected. Unread.
And let me go at the end.
And Alexander Belmar, let's talk about Thunderbird 2000.
So now I am instantly placed in my message list. Then if I want to change folder, back tab.
Tree view inbox left paren 50.
And that's it. So I really hope this podcast was helpful for you. For sure, if you have some question, comment, or would like more information about a specific topic on Thunderbird, or want to suggest us a topic for our next podcast, please don't hesitate to send us an email, to contact us through Facebook, Twitter, or even by phone. You'll find all our contact details in a moment. I really hope this podcast was helpful, and this was Alexandre Belmar signing out. Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts on assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on product presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. Please note that our podcasts are now available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, as well as on Victor devices by consulting the North American English suggested podcast list from Humanware. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can contact us via email at podcastwithiness@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com, or by phone on our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003. Again, 1-888-730-0003, extension 555, extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.